Hello everybody. Packet number 3, month number 3, it's all happening now. Mark's just showing you the stitchery, which fingers crossed you've all finished by now, or you might be leisurely doing it every evening, I don't know. This month we are on flying geese, gorgeous small flying geese, very simple. You'll whip through these. In your packet you've got the makings of the geese and then 2 sashing pieces. Those are those pieces there. So I'll take you down to the packet. I've just opened mine, so I'm as new to this as you are, because it's a while since I actually made this quilt. So every month I'm going, what are we doing today? And then we've got it's all happening. So in your packet, obviously you've got your instructions. You've got 2 sashing pieces, as I've said there. The rest make up your geese. You've got all of your backgrounds are the same, so they're your rectangles, so you can't go wrong there. And then you've got, I think it's 3 different contrasts. Looks like I've got 3, yeah. So I'm going to make 1 complete goose section up for you. Really easy. I quite like a goose. I think they're a nice little addition to things. Bigs, you can do them lots of different sizes. So here we go. So take 1 background and 2 of your geese pieces. Now, if you wanted to, because I am a little bit quirky, you could have put like 1 of each, different ones on either side, entirely up to you. I made the original quilt with them the same on either side, but you don't have to. It's, you know, make it your own if you want to, mix them up. So you turn them over, the squares over, and you draw a diagonal line corner to corner with something preferably that will come off, like I say, a pencil or anything really. I already did the other one. Thought it might take too long to draw 2 lines. Pick up your rectangle, place your, all these, pictures are in the pattern so you can see. So place it so that the lines are nicely lined up here. What you don't want is like a little bit, doesn't want to look like this, you know. So keep it nice and square. So you put in a square onto one side of your rectangle. Don't have to worry about your 1/4 inch. At this stage, you're just going to stitch along that drawn diagonal line. So off we go. So I've got no hook. I'm not stitching at 1/4. I'm just watching my needle going down that 1/4 inch line there. Sorry, no, that straight line, not that 1/4 inch. Okay, when you get to the end, whip him out, cut off. Cut off. So now we've got stitched on our line. We need to get rid of this bit out here. You see all that, Mark?
Yeah.
I'm downstairs because of various things, so I haven't got my cutting equipment. I'm using my scissors, but you might not have cutting equipment, so that's fine. So you just trim that off at 1/4 inch-ish, let's say, like that. Going over this way now, Mark, to the iron. And I'm going to press from the top away from me, like so. Look at that, lovely. Can't beat a nice crisp seam. Back over. So now we go back here, take our other one, and then you're going to place it on this way. Now, don't get doing this like this, okay? Because this is easy to do if you haven't done geese before. So, like if you put it on that way, cut and press, you'll end up with a nice little trapezoid. We're not going for that. We're going for a goose. So look at all the pictures properly. Line it up there on your edges.
And note which way the line goes.
Yeah, this way. Look, shows you on your picture. And it will overlap in the middle. Don't worry about that. It's supposed to. Okay? So nicely in line. Check the back. Yeah, nice. Now we're going back under our foot. This is going to be a really short live because really this is all we've got to do.
Just repeat.
Yep. Out we come. Cut off our little ends. Keep remembering as you go along, get rid of all these ends, because at the end, if you've left them on, they'll all be sticking out everywhere, and you'll have to go through the whole quilt and trim them off. So get them off every time. It should always look nice and neat. So away we go again. Trim off the edge like so. or do it with your cutter, that's fine. And now I'm going back to the pressing away from you, not ironing, not like this. So we take it from the top and press away from you, nice and calm. You don't want to be doing this. Got a lot of steam in here today, look. Look at that. It's just amazing how much satisfaction I get out of that sort of, I need to go live really, don't I? Instead of, so beautiful, that's how it should look. It should be even at the top. All your sides should be even, and it should measure 3.5 by 2, I think. Turn them upside down.
Drum roll.
2, 3.5, hey, look at that.
Ooh.
Smarty pants me. Whew. So take your time and they will be like that. Look, I did nothing difficult. I drew a line, I stitched on the line, and that is one flying geese. We've got to make up 12, I do believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 12 of those units. Then you join them together, and when you join the next one on, let's pretend this is a goose, okay? All you do when you join them on is you put them right sides together and stitch at 1/4 inch. And what will happen is this point of your goose will then be at the right at the top there, so that you've left the reason you've got that there is your seam allowance. So let's say your point was right up there. What are you doing?
Be like that.
Oh, look at me. So yeah, it'll come like that, apart from you going to the raw edge, and then it looks, oh, flip.
Oh, that's the
look you get. So if you look at the picture, Mark, or the quilt, either's fine. You can see they just come like that. So if you've never done one before and you look at that, you might think, oh, why isn't my point at the top? That's perfectly okay.
Trim it off.
Don't trim. No trimming ever in this quilt. Don't trim. Please, please, please. Unless I tell you to, like trimming off these little bits. Okay, finished. Bye. No, not really. That is it, actually. That's all we've got to do. So, you know, the quilt's coming on. It's growing, isn't it, Mark?
It is getting there.
It's getting there. So I'll just go back to this, which I usually tell Mark what I'm going to do, and now I didn't tell him this bit. So we should have this block beautifully done. We're just doing the geese. And there. Look at that space already. You know, nearly 1/4 done. And hasn't 3 months gone quickly? We go, oh, it's another month. Posting. Facebook Live. Right, now some eagle eyes amongst you might have spotted this little beauty here, which is, you know, we understand.
I was all new then when you said that, so.
We understand. No, it wasn't you, Mark. It's this gorgeous bundle of fat 8s. How do you want me to show it?
That's fine.
Like this? Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, this is the range we're working with. I've tried to get some of these, tried to get a lot. And we only got a few, didn't we?
Single figures.
We're not happy. But if anybody wants one, they're only going to be shown here. So, you know, if anybody wants one just because you love the fabric, or you could use my idea and join them all together and use them as backing. Now, it'll almost fit the back. You might have to put a border around, but there's 40 fat 8s in here. As I said, single...
And from the range, you mentioned that.
I didn't I?
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, from our range that we're using. And I really wanted like a big box full of these to come, didn't I?
Yes.
And then this little box came with not many. Is that okay, Mark?
That's lovely.
Okay. So if you want one, you have to ring us. Okay, Mark will take your order and we can get you one. But if you want one, once we've gone live, you can ring after that. Don't ring now because we won't answer the phone because Mark's here with the camera. They're $59.99 plus postage. So try to keep them as reasonably priced as we can, but...
It's 40 fat 8s.
40 fat 8s, first come, first served. And you could stash them away for your backing or use them for something even... Anything else you want to do? Yeah, I love it, obviously. Obviously, I'm liking touching them, looking at them, stroking them. There we go. So that's all for this month. Next month will be a little bit more complicated when we move on to a bigger block. So, you know, eyes peeled for that. So we'll see you in June. Is it?
June, yeah.
June, right. We'll see you in June with the Facebook. Any problems, you know, questions, I'm fine. You know, I've been getting some questions. So, bye for now.